morning, peoples.
This that 617 shit. This that 617 shit. This is that 617 shit. 617 shit. 3,000 with a swagger, cause I.
Real quick, just notice the streets in this picture. The building is beautiful, but the streets are disgusting. Couldn't we have just as beautiful streets if they could build buildings this beautiful back then?
Off to another meeting, sitting at the table, discussing who's eating and why this plate bigger than mine. I ain't hating, no, I'm saying mine need to be double the size, so I cash in my 9 to 5 to double up. This that 617 shit. This that 617 shit. This is that 617 shit. 617 shit. 3,000.
What are we looking at? Why am I here? Well, I covered this church in one of my first videos. I think it was like the second Mudflood Adventures. I'll link it below, the video I covered it in. And I'm gonna put some comparison. The other day I was here and I was going by on the bus. I didn't have time to get off and stop and record it. I wish I did. And right there where I'm aiming the camera now, there was these men on scaffolding. And the whole thing used to have these studs on it. I'll show you a picture to compare it. And I might even clip the video here. The whole thing had studs like the one on the top on all those things sticking up. Okay? And they were stripping the studs off in the antiquitech. They were stripping it right off. They were stripping the antiquitech off. And it's pretty interesting. I can show you the before and after photos. So right now we're gonna go have a look at the church. We're gonna look up the history of the church, and there's something funny about what was underneath the antiquitech. So we're gonna go check that out. Let's go.
With a swagger, cause I grew up in the city, going to the top and I'm taking you all with me. Never been afraid to do what I gotta do. I got a lot of loot, but it's not for you. Trying to make a move and I chop your crew. I'll show you exactly what the chopper do. This one is for you and everybody in the beam. The illest invisible rapper that you never seen. My mother said become your dream. Now people say, Wizzy, you the best. Yeah, I see what they mean. God told me this is what I was made for. You don't want your chance to shine. Fine.
Trying to just give you guys a view of what this thing looks like when you're walking up on it. This is a massive old brick church. I think they even changed one of the statues, which is crazy. And you know what else is weird? All right, I made a video on this church. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 2 months ago, maybe 2 months. I gotta look. But, all right, I made the video. I was here. There was people outside going to church. When I was filming it, there was people outside going to church. They saw me. The people from the church saw me filming it. And I was out here filming this church. And they know that I was talking about the antiquitech, because I made a video on it. They probably saw the video. Look at the size of them doorways. Look at this church. So right after I made the video, now they started stripping the antiquitech off. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see these things right here? Look, you see the wire sticking up? There used to be studs there and crosses. And why is there a wire? And if you can, see, it goes from up there all the way down the side. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but that wire is very old. It's not new wiring. Look, there's one sticking up from every one. They were up there the other day on scaffolding, and they took the studs down. You see that? And there was crosses up there too. There was like studs. And all right, we know from our research, we think, we have a theory that they used to use red mercury in the balls on the antiquitech. Some sort of red mercury exchange with the natural like magnetism of the earth, and they were getting free electricity for these old buildings. And it used to be you know what else is weird too? That statue. We'll have to double check it, but now, I mean, I've been to a lot of churches, but it's not a Mary statue anymore. It's like, well, maybe it is, but is there dead babies on the bottom? Let me get a picture of this.
Crowd, get up, get loud, jump up around, we light it up, then we burn it down. We gonna be the ones to do what it do. Come on with a gun at you when you cruel, you're running as I'm coming, be something as I'm coming at you, and a few you do our dogs. Beantown representatives, born in 1990, I've been repping this ever since. Sock spin, pat spin, we reppin' Celtics. We get angry if we don't win, cause we selfish. This is CG, this is Oblate, this is White, this is Win, and this is our stage. Don't try to front like you ain't like it, you can't fight it, so get with the movements and stay quiet. This that, 617 shit. This that, 617 shit. This is that 617 shit. 617 shit. Freeze out.
So I don't know if you guys can see, but there's wires sticking out of every single one of these. Where there used to be antiquitech, it was either a cross or some studs, just like the way that one is. You see that? They were all like that. You see the studs? I'm gonna show before and after photos. It's a beautiful church though. So I don't know what else they changed, but I seen them here working. And look how low it goes down. It's flooded. You see that? It's flooded. Let's walk around it. Look how big the doorways are. That looks like they changed it. So anyway, look, I gotta go down these steps. Look at this huge doorway. Huge doorway. This is called the Immaculate Conception Church. You see the wire sticking up right there? There was studs there. I'm going to show you the footage from like a few weeks ago. We filming today. Mudflood adventure. It's real quick. It's something that I figured that we should probably get on file because I made the video and they changed it. So I don't know if they did it because of me, but this whole town has antiquitech everywhere and flooded buildings. Look at this. Look at the size of these windows. They look like they used to be doors or something, right? I mean, look at that. You know what I'm saying? That's how under the ground it is. Over here, it's a little less. Let's see. All right. Fucking guys are assholes. All right, here we go. Yeah, I was here before. I kind of skimmed over it, but I figured I would cover it now. So, look. How you doing?
Let's go. This that 617 shit. This that 617 shit. This is that 617 shit. 617 shit. 3 times.
And somebody came and took their antiquitech away. See the wires sticking up? Why is there wires? What? There was no lights there. What did they need a wire there for? All these, you see how they're brown? They weren't brown like that before. They were green like the one up there. And they looked like that. They had things sticking off of them, little studs, I like to call them. And they were all green, just like the one up top. And they came the other. It was like 2 days I went by on the bus. I was like, man, I should go out there and record them doing this and ask them questions about it too, you know? Like, I wanted to ask them stuff, you know? Like, who told you to do this? What are you doing with this stuff after you bringing it to a scrapyard? You know, what is the idea? Why are you doing this? Don't you know that that stuff is very old and it's worth money? You know, I have all these questions for these people. If I ever see them taking these buildings apart, I'm gonna find out who's in charge. But I think we probably already know that. All right. You know, I could cover all the stained glass, but there you go. Someone broke the stained glass window, it looks like, and they covered it up. So that's, it looks like Mary, Mother Mary with a cross and some flowers. Very nice, very beautiful. So anyway, look at the size of this doorway. They built some steps going up, but it's massive. Look, it goes all the way up. And it looks like there was stuff up here, look, right there. They broke it off, right? Let's look how high this thing goes. Whoa, let's zoom up. Ooh, zoom down, zoom up. All right, cool. Cool, we're covering it today. We're doing it, Mudflood Adventures. So anyway, it's Joseph and baby Jesus. I like this one. This is a beautiful one. So anyway, this is a weird symbol right here. I'm gonna get a picture of it. It's kind of, and that's not the street address either. And there was one on this side too. Oh, and they broke it off. I was gonna videotape it. I noticed it the other day. I missed it last time, but it was here. That's what they did. They broke all the old markings off. There was old markings here. And they broke them off because they didn't make sense. Let me take a picture of that. Right here, you can see the wire perfect. Look at this. You see it going down? It's green, it's copper. It's a copper wire with no casing on it. It's just green from being old. You know what I mean? It's lime on the wire. You can see it, it goes all the way up. So them things were wired up. They were wired up at one point to do something. And I wish I had came the other day when they were up on the scaffolding. But you know what? I have a feeling they're gonna be coming back for the ones that they didn't reach, the ones that are higher up. And if I see them here again, I'm gonna have some questions for them. I'm not gonna pass it by again. I was on my way somewhere very important, I couldn't stop. So, I've also been noticing this, and I'm gonna show you guys a picture. You see these ancient, like, symbolism, the shapes? Well, There was one, look, they took them down off all these bricks. You see where it's broken? On all the bricks that are broken? They had symbols like this. Look, you see this? Looks like maple or oak leaves, maple, I think. Yeah, they broke them, they're breaking it, all the designs off the building. Why would they do that? Hey, let's get a look at the inside. It's a beautiful building. I'm gonna look it up and see when the date is they said it was built. Oh, look at that. Look at the detail they used to put in. They don't put this kind of detail. That's a flower. They don't do that for us anymore. These buildings were beautiful. These shapes. See, they broke it off right there. Look. There was studs there, missing. So anyway, I don't want to sound like a madman, but these shapes that you see everywhere, like this one right here, exactly. I found one on a building. To me, that looks like an aerial view of the shape of a star fort. Now, there's other ones that really look like star forts to me. Like, you know? So what if they were mapping out specific star forts? This is a thought that I had the other day. What if they were putting aerial diagrams of star forts into the symmetry? I see a correlation between star forts and this ancient symmetry. I'm gonna put a picture that really looks like a star fort at the end. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, God bless everybody through Jesus Christ, the full armor of God, and have a good day. Checking out.
So I tried to look it up. I couldn't find nothing about when this building was built except from the website of the church that says, our church was born May 14th, 1882. Very shady looking. It doesn't even look like the same building in a muddy street with a horse and a carriage outside. They said this man, Patrick R. Ford, built the churches, the Catholic churches like this, but I doubt he even built them. The only thing that I could find out about this church are very vague. It only brings you back to the church's website. So all the information on there is fairly new. And it says if you have any questions about the history, call the Archdiocese. There's information about almost every Catholic church in Boston, but there's no information about that church, which is kind of suspicious because you can find information about almost any building in the world, but for some reason I can't find any information about this building.